What's up, guys? I'm Steve. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. If it's your first time stopping by the channel, hit that subscribe button. Trust me, you won't regret it. You're a returning subscriber as always, guys. Welcome back, and I appreciate the support. Guys, you know, being a parent is not easy. Has a lot of ups and downs. And losing a child is even worse. But the way this mother in Wisconsin lost her son, nobody should have to go through what this family's going through right now. And it's sad. I don't know where to begin with this, but I can sympathize with the family. And before I play this news clipping, because I don't want to talk too much about the details, but this is shocking. I just seen it. It broke about an hour ago. And this is a story worth telling. And it's also a story worth relaying to your children if you have them and they're in this similar situation. This can happen to anybody. Let's just hope it doesn't happen to anybody in the community or anybody you know. Let's hit this clip.
But we give it our big story today at 5, a Milwaukee mother's grief. She had been looking for her son for days, only to learn he'd been found dead in a stolen vehicle.
That SUV towed after a crash last Thursday with the 17-year-old in the back seat. A discovery not made until yesterday. Bill Miston joining us live with where this all started. Bill?
Hi there, Ted and Mary. Families identified the 17-year-old as James Stokes. He was in a car Thursday night when it crashed into a tree here near 91st and Fond du Lac, but his body wasn't found until days later after pleas from his family to police to help find their son.
He loved me dearly, and it's heartbreaking that I can't get him back.
Last Thursday, 17-year-old James Stokes didn't come home. His body was found days later in a crashed, stolen car in a Milwaukee tow lot.
I feel like I was betrayed by the police.
His mom, Keena King, says she tried to file a missing person report shortly after the crash, but was told her son wasn't gone long enough. She knew he was with a friend that night. The friend was injured in that crash near 91st and Fond du Lac. King says they searched the crash area, made flyers, and later filed a report.
Something is not right. My son is out there hurt somewhere. He's hurt. Please find him.
Right after you turn left,
the truck was coming.
Andre Davis was heading home that evening.
You see the white truck on the wrong side of the lane speeding towards me.
Davis pulled to the side.
Came past, went straight through the red light. Next thing I know, I hear a big old boom. And I see the dude get ejected from the car. I didn't see nobody run from the truck.
Milwaukee police say the car was stolen, that a teen boy at the scene was injured and taken to the hospital, but Stokes was nowhere to be found.
My son been missing almost 4 days. He's not home. This is not normal for my son.
On Monday, King was with police again.
I sat down. He said, "Ma'am, we found your son. He's decomposed."
He was found in the back of the SUV at the 38th and Lincoln tow lot. King says she warned him to stay out of trouble.
"If you don't leave these streets alone, I'm going to lose you to the streets." He didn't listen, but that's life, you know?
And admits it's part of the reason why her son is dead, but says there's no explanation for why he wasn't found sooner.
Guys, that's a sad story. And it's messed up. I know the lady will never probably see this video, but ma'am, I sympathize with you personally. You know, and I've been where you've been with having kids that don't want to listen and want to run the streets. No matter what you do, it's not enough. Now, I do, you know, want to just say that my thoughts and prayers are with you in your time of grief. With that being said, I want to say something though. Guys, I respect the hell out of that lady. You know why? After everything was said and done, some accountability had to be on her son. And she spoke up. She would stand up about it. He was in the streets. He was a knucklehead. What hurt me out of that whole video, and as shocking as the video was when she said, that's how it goes sometimes. I told him the streets would get him, and they got him. The emptiness in her feelings, in her soul, will never be replaced. Kids are an investment, and they don't realize that. From the time a baby's born, they expect things given to them, give it to them, give it to them. By nature. They cry, they want food, and it's your job to sacrifice a part of yourself to give to them, to make sure that they flourish, making sure they go to school. Kids are basically an investment. It's an investment. All the way up until the time you pass on, whether you're giving them food, money, love, or wisdom. And they don't see that. She got no return on her investment. This kid right here, 17 years old, in a stolen car. Story after story on YouTube you can go and find in the news. In the back seat. They joyriding, something happened, which they never said what happened. The car going on the wrong side of the lane, dude seen it. The eyewitness crashed. It looked like it hit a building. Burst into flames with him in the back seat. Body wasn't even found. And understandably, and I know she wants answers, but you gotta understand something. I don't know if you guys have seen a car fire. When I was young, they used to take cars and, I had like a field behind my house. And they would, it was like a road with like a few houses on it. And they would set, steal cars, go back there and they set the cars on fire after they got done with them. Have you ever seen a car fire up close and how hot it is? Even when they putting the fire out, everything is reduced to ash. I take it, when they hit, he didn't have a seatbelt on, probably smushed him against the back seat and knocked him on the floor. When the firefighters put the car out, all that black smoke and stuff, and they put it out to where it was out, they never looked back there, because when they looked through there, they seen the seats, there wasn't no seats left, or he was covered up under a bunch of ash. Bottom line is this, he learned a lesson he can't recover from, ever. 17 years old, could have been something. All he had to do was listen to his mom. That's another thing. When a lot of times with kids, especially boys, they get to a certain age, man, mom can't do nothing with them. And I'm not saying do nothing with them physically. I'm saying just do something with them, just with giving them wisdom or anything. They think they know everything. Kids are like that. Teenagers swear they know everything. Me, for example. My granddad, when I was 16, 17, 18 years old, he was the corniest dude in the world. Couldn't stand him. Didn't know nothing. He was a square, total square. But by the time I was 21, 22, married with my own kid, my first kid, I learned to respect him. He didn't even get that chance to get out in the world to see how it was, to say, you know what mom was saying or stepdad or dad was right. And it's a hard lesson he learned. And you can't come back from that. You can't come back. This happened on June 1st. So what is that? Friday? Friday was June 1st? Just passed? Here it is, the 5th. He was recovered yesterday. So for 4 days, he was missing and decomposed, in addition to being badly burned. And she has to go down there and identify the body. Man, we think we found your son. Yeah, he's decomposed. Are you sitting down when we tell you this? Kids don't think about the impact of their recklessness if they're gone and how it affects other people. This woman will never recover from this because it's a memory you can't see and unsee and hear and unhear. That's ingrained in her mind, her subconscious. A lot of sleepless nights. I don't know if that's her only son, but it's messed up because you could see she was pleading with him. She loved him. I'm sure he loved her too. But sometimes, man, the streets be calling and they can't see nothing but except what's out there. It's a quote, you're only what you are what you give your attention to. And if you give his attention to the streets, can't hear nothing else but that. Man, I feel so bad for this woman, but I give her a lot of credit. She admitted, hey, he wasn't living right. And she told him. This is heartbreaking to me because a lot of people are going through this right now. You get kids that just don't care, no matter what you did to them and for them, to get them in a positive position. For some reason, outside interference is more important and worth listening to than the person that loved, nurtured, and tried to give you wisdom, vital for your survival. I'm Stock Market Steve for the Dynamic Reason channel. As always, like, comment, share, and subscribe. Man, I feel so bad for this family, and I hope they can make it through. You guys be good, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.